좋아요, 좋아요. 좋아요. 혹시 반대 방향으로 해줄 수 있어요? 너무 햇빛 눈부시지.
Sprummer. I just thought of this word. Like the in between of spring and summer. It's too late for spring, but it's a little too early for summer. In travel terms, it's called shoulder season because it's the traveling period between off season and peak season. And as you may all know, we're heading into the summer, so many of you might be having your summer breaks and will maybe have the time to travel or do exercise or learn a new skill or start a hobby. I don't know, but things could get optimistic and dynamic during the summer. And I'm currently in what they call the Masil course here in Buan. So I'm gonna be doing a long trek of course 1 and 2, and we'll be enjoying the ocean views along the hike before the weather gets too hot for these kinds of activities.
그러니까. 다 이렇게 봐야 돼서.
I don't know. I've been traveling a lot this spring. I think since like early March when the weather is a bit chilly until now when it's like super sun and it's almost like the heat is gonna penetrate your skin. Oh my god, I'm so tanned. I love it. I'm now moreno. Yeah, I've traveled quite a lot from Gurye in March during the early signs of spring when the sansuyu trees first bloom, and now here in the sandy beaches of Buan in late May, in late spring, when the red roses bloom and the daisy flowers bends along the late spring and early summer gentle breeze. So I found this hidden spot here in course 3 where a lot of daisies bloom, unlike in course 2 where there's a lot of people. Here there's literally no people, so this is like a hidden spot along the Masil course. And wow, look at these beautiful daisies. I should just be careful though because there's a lot of bees in here. So I'd like to think of this period of late spring and before summer as a period of strangeness, but almost like celebratory. You know, it's like the period of, like, it feels a bit like a period of folklores, like fairies could be dancing and playing around to folk songs, elves reaping its harvest, you know, bonfires in the wood, children's disappearing. It has some kind of like a different kind of genre of eerie, but like I said, it still has that sprinkles of magic, which is kind of amusing and, like I said, a bit of celebratory. But you guys should travel in between these periods or seasons. 1, before it can get too crowded. 2, before the weather gets too hot or too cold. And 3, as these transitions, as I'd like to call it, as you transit your way into it, it almost feels like kind of liberating. Like, I'm trying. These days I have been feeling tired. Like, I've been having these dreams. Like, it's not a nightmare, but I've been waking up in tears. Like, I've been waking up crying. It's just in my dreams. It's like these bowls of anxieties and uncertainties about the future rolling, crashing over me, leaving me flatlined. And so it's so overwhelming that I'm actually waking up in tears. I think it's because of I'm so into deep now, away from the life that I once led. And from this point, there's no turning back. I mean, there's no way back. And my fear is that if I keep moving in this direction, that I might end up in a dead end, and it's the end of me, my journey, and that realizing that I actually made the wrong choice. I feel so disconnected. Like, I feel like I'm doing this all on my own, and like, am I even real? Like, I'm going into these places, but I always end up asking myself, where the hell am I? Like, what am I doing here? It's like a mix of amazement and delusions. Like, honestly, I feel so scared. Like, is there some kind of a term or explanation to how I'm feeling? Like, I feel so lost, but I keep moving forward because what else is there to do? Like, what am I supposed to do?
여기 진짜 예쁜데? 나 한번 찍어볼래. 나도 찍어줄게. 너 한번 봐봐. 너가 찍어.
야, 그 앞에 밑순이 넣었더니
오,
신나는데?
좋은데? 그래?
얼굴이 약간 닮아서.
그치? 여기 얼굴 잘
Sometimes I envy those who grew up with loving and nurturing parents. I can easily tell them apart. They're so stable, they're so secure, they don't ever get mad. Like there's nothing, not any problem that could shake them because they always had someone. Well, I was told that the definition of success was to be skilled, to be professional, to be polite, and I did. But without a guide, without the very definition of it, without a hero, I just have to do it. And I did. But every day I came home and I still feel so invisible. I still feel so empty and so lost. Like I'm mourning the versions of me of what I could have been had I only had that nourishment, that slight support.
막 아닌데 애들도 나 힘들단 말인데 뭐 걱정 안 하셔도 돼. 난 여기서 계속 있을 거야.
For now, I feel like I'm lost, but I get to reparent myself. I get to walk my own way. I'm wild and perhaps wiser. Maybe the confusion is part of clearing. I am different. My experiences are not desirable. Maybe that's just the way it is for me. That I'm not meant to be understood by everyone. But I understand myself, and I just have to create from that knowing. Dear Sprummer, I am a river. I don't know where I'm going, but the currents would take me. I allow them to find its way to the ocean.